Hi everybody, welcome to the Fairview Preview, the Friday meeting. Been raining a bit this morning. We're doing the show early Friday morning. There's been a few drops of rain, etc. Just watch out for going and all that sort of stuff today. Keep your eyes and ears open. I think forecast for rain, that it'll start raining again if it does stop at about 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Now, no more rain, please. Yeah, from a Johannesburg perspective, we had enough of it now. Thank you so much. Whilst it's appreciated, we now need to get racing again. Everybody's hungry to start getting back to the races and racing again. So the first race out at Fairview's run 25 past 12, and looks to me like this horse won on the card. Another Dance for Me looks a very hard horse to beat. It's priced up something at like 9 to 20 to win the opener. This is a juvenile plate for the girls, and based on that debut performance, which was quite impressive, one would assume, Nino Podesta, that your friend Alan Greefs should be hard to beat.
Yes, Clyde, good morning. Yeah, it's going to be very hard to beat. Remember, he's the only winner in the race, and even though he's 3 kilos worse off with number 2 ball, I think he's going to be a fitter, and he's going to improve a lot since the first run. So I think he'll still be able to hold. And unless there's a very good first timer, this horse will win. And it is fancy to win, and it is highly rated in the stable.
Okay, at this point in time, the market indicating no money for anything else just yet. And that number 1, Another Dance for Me, she does appear hard to beat. There's your buy pot that's up on screen. Nino's got a few bankers for you in the buy pot today. All right, welcome back, everybody. We're on the second race. Time to get the place accumulators going. You are reminded about the Betway weighted to win WhatsApp number 0691643272 to send your name and ID number, and they'll add you to the family group. And there's the QR code if you want to open your Betway account. It's really very simple. This next race on the card is a maiden plate, and it's over 1,400 meters. This particular race has got the favourite American Matador priced up at 16 to 10. Second favourite, number 2, Chili Bomb, is at 2 to 1, and they are betting 5 to 1 and better about the other. So market indicating, Nino, pretty much a 2-horse race.
Yes, the market betting suggests a 2-horse race. I'm in the camp of number 1. He was carded to run last week over 1,800. I think they had this 1,400 maiden in sight, which I believe American Matador is better between 1,400 and 1,600 meters. I think he's definitely the horse to beat. The dangers are number 2, Chili Bomb, number 3, Master in Color, and number 6, Anchorman. But I think American Matador for bipods and PA, we should survive.
Okay, there we go. There's a look at the place accumulator on screen. We've got a couple of bankers in the PA as well. It does become a little competitive later on in the afternoon. Okay, so now let's move on to the third. This is a maiden class field, but the difference with this race, it's an open maiden. So you need to focus naturally on how the horses are weighted. What weight are they carrying is very important. As high as 61 and as low as 51.5. So it does make a considerable difference. And they are going over 1,400 meters. Let's take a look at the first leg of the Pick Sixes betting, where number 2, Fire Alarm, is the even money favourite. 11 to 2 about number 3, Global Scene. And then you've got the 9, Beach Queen, who's trading at 8 to 1. You can get 10 to 1 and better about the balance. So again, going back to the market, Nino, they indicating that Fire Alarm is the one to beat and perhaps hard to beat. But I think in your Pick 6, you decided to open up and get a few horses in here.
Yes, Clyde, I just think they could be on number 4, Princess Beautiful, at 20 to 1. Remember, this is our open maiden. And there's also a very well-bred horse in the form of number 9, Beach. What's it called? Beach Bomb.
Beach Queen.
Not Beach Bomb.
Beach Queen.
Beach Queen.
Yeah.
Who's related to Beach Bomb out of Beach Beauty. And this Give Me the Green Light filly. The first run wasn't bad behind Champagne Kisses, The next 2 runs, I think you can put a line through them and just ignore them. Something went wrong in both the runs. See, she is so well bred that she could improve dramatically, and we saw how the Cape form improves in PE. So even though Fire Alarm, which I believe has a beating of number 3, the nearest rival in the betting market, because she jumped from a 14 draw last time and beat Golden the 3, which is
Global Scene, yeah.
Global Scene. So I think she has a beating of Global Scene, but the value could be with the Princess Beautiful. So I've put all 3, 2, 4, and 9 in my bets.
Okay, well, Princess Beautiful is a 20-1 shot in Nino's first leg of the Pick Six. The good news is that he does have a banker for us just now in the 4th race, number 1, My Best Shot. Okay, welcome back. Let's get on to race number 4. This is the Beyer Stakes now. It's over 1,400 metres. We have a very interesting runner here in number 1, My Best Shot, who comes into the race really, really well in terms of ratings. They've got him at 111. The next best is a 102. So he's effectively 4.5 kilos better off than a horse like Golden Lincoln here. And if you like a bit of Cool Cat, well, Cool Cat's only rated an 88 up against a horse like My Best Shot, who's a 111, and they're all carrying level weights. Now, in terms of the market, there's 3 to 10 about number 1, My Best Shot. Odds on, and they bet 10 to 1 better about the balance of the runners. So, as you heard just now from Nino and everybody else, all talking about number 1, My Best Shot, and looks, Nino, like a very hard horse to beat.
Yeah, almost impossible to oppose unless something goes wrong in the running of the race. Under the terms and conditions and the weights, he's beaten most of the field, giving them weight, and now they're running level weights. Now, Clyde, this horse is impossible to oppose. And if it's okay in the running of the race, he should win, and he should win easily. Confident banker.
And I see he doesn't mind the wet either, because I think he's won on a softer track too. So in Nino's jackpot, which you guys can make a note of, in the very first leg of this jackpot, we're bankering number 1, My Best Shot. Okay, race number 5. Let's get into the action over here. This is a handicap. It's for fillies and mares, so the girls get together here over 1,600 metres. There were 8 of them lining up when we did the show this morning, and all appears to be the same. In terms of the market, number 2, Courageous, is top of the board, 7-2 favourite. Also 7-2, number 4, Such a Life. So they're joint at the moment, 2 and 4. Then you've got the 3, State Secret, who's trading at 4-1. Number 5, Concerto, is at 5-1. And 5-1 about number 6, Green Fame. Now, Hollywood Racing, as you know, send out their comments, and they do say that Concerto, number 5, that her last 2 starts on the polytrack have been fair, and she steps up to 1,600 on the turf now. The daughter of Canford Cliffs takes a drop in class. She's doing well at home and is expected to be competitive. Nina, are you happy with that?
Yes, I'm happy with that run. It's just that Richard Fourie opts to ride the Stable Companion, which I think is going to improve leaps and bounds from his last run. He was drawn badly. He got kicked, I think, by the gate, or scalped left hind. He was drawn badly, and now he's got a jockey up. He's drawn well, and the blinkers come on. And the run behind Will He Meet Again, I think, is eye-catching. So that horse is definitely going to improve. That's my first choice. I do like Such a Life. There's nothing between Such a Life and State Secret on the run behind Splice and Main Brace. And if people want to add Concerto, they can do it. So my concern was going the 1,600.
Okay, we'll see about how all that plays out. Yep, you're correct. Jockey Strike and Richard Fourie taking the ride on number 2, Courageous. And she was the Candice Dawson runner that used to campaign on the Highveld. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the first leg of the second jackpot. Race number 6, a handicap. It's at the 100 level and over 1,200 metres in this race. 10 of them line up, 1,200 metres on a turf track is up the straight, so make a note of that. And the market, let's take a look at how they're betting here. Number 8, Karangatang is top of the boards, 2-1. 7-2, number 3, Gimmy's Laddie. Number 5, USA's Hope is 4-1. 5-1 about number 6 on the card, Anushka's World. And you can get double figures as much as 14-1 and better about the balance. Happy with Karangatang, Nino?
Well, he's having his first run in PE, Clyde, so you've got to respect it. It's run against some top horses in Joburg, the likes of Rainbow Reward. He actually beat Rainbow Reward, and Ravens Black, that is highly thought of. But having his first run in PE, there's always a concern how he might do. And also that the heavy or soft later on if the rain continues. Clyde, number 3, Gimmy's Laddie, and number 5, USA's Hope. I'm actually surprised that Craig Zaki retains the ride on Gimmy's Laddie, but in saying that, it means that something went wrong in the last start, and you must put a line through that. So that's got to come into the reckoning, and Gimmy's Laddie and USA Hope. Those are my first 3 selections, but Anushka's World could be very much alive. And if people can afford to add in the jackpot, maybe add Anushka's World in number 6. But I think that's where the race stops.
Okay, well, both Kimmy's Laddie and USA's Hope form lines have all held up well. They've been direct winners from there. And the Joburg horse Karangatang that joins Alan Kreef's stable, we saw Yamadori come from that form line and win just the other day. Let's go to race 7, the Ladies Pendant. It's a listed event. Make a note of that, 1,200 metres. And in this event, that the likes of Three Rocks and Gimmy's Lassie meet again. We'll talk to Nino about it in just a moment. Market-wise, you've got Justin Snaith's horse to beat, number 13, Be Merry, who's priced up at 5-1. They bet 5-1 the field, so quite an open race. Three Rocks, number 1, is trading 11-2. 5 Montalina's back in there, 11-2. 12 Trip to Maputo's at 7-1. 14 Disting is trading at 7 or 8-1 thereabouts. And I think 10-1 about number 4, Gimmy's Lassie's perhaps worth considering. They bet 12-1 and better about the balance, Nino. Let's talk about the race. Give us your view and how you see them panning out here.
Clyde, I thought this was one of the hardest race on the card. You've got to respect the 3 Cape Raiders. I'm leaning towards one of them winning. That is a Trip to Maputo, Be Merry or Distant. After that, it gets wide open. Like you say, I didn't put Gimmy's Lassie in, but it has to go in if you load in. I think you've got to load here. I think there's many with chances here. Three Rocks, if she comes back to her best, she could win a race like this. Passchendaele, last time 1,000 was too short. She'll definitely run a better race over 1,200. Go Check with Love, Gimmy's Lassie, Montalina. The list goes on and on. I narrowed it down to 5 horses, 12, 13, 14, 1 and 2. But I think people might want to add a few more in there.
Okay, well, let's see how it all plays out. Not an easy race, despite a good competition coming from the Western Cape in this event. Nino's got as many as 5 to consider in the first leg of the final double. This is the Pinnacle Stakes, so this is over 1,800 metres. In a stakes race, look at the ratings, look at the weights, you'll know where you kind of stand. And take a look at the market to give you some sort of idea or guidance as to what to do at the back. This horse, Joy and Peace, is the favourite for Alan Kreef at the back. It's priced up 5-2, but joints with number 5, Underworld. Justin Snaith's coming to take Alan Kreef on. They are joint favourites. 4, Sequoia is priced up at 6-1. 9, Laguna Verde is at 8-1. And then you can get 10-1 about 1 Electric Gold, having its second run for the stable in Port Elizabeth for Zetsoesthuizen, and 12 Women's World also priced up at about 10-1. So where are you leaning towards, Nino? Alan Kreef or Justin Snaith?
I can't split them, and I put both in. Joy and Peace, top filly of the year last year. She took on a very strong field, travelled to Cape Town in the last run. Back home, she's going to be she's going to be a big runner. Underworld, if he stays 1800 meters, I think he'll just about win it. On breeding, he shouldn't have a problem with the 1800, but I don't think he's ever been 1800. But he was finishing strongly over the 1600 last time. The biggest improver in the race, Clyde, which I forgot to put in, and if people do add, please put the number 1 Electric Gold in your pick 6 and the jackpot. But to me, I thought 5 and 8 would fight it out, but number 1 Electric Gold is going to run a big race today.
Okay, so there's improvement expected from the 1, but Nino's taking the exactas 5 and 8. Underworld and Joy and Peace. Thanks for watching Betway's Weighted to Win. We'll catch up with you again when we go to the Western Cape on Saturday.